What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. Welcome back as always, and I am at propsmadeeasy.com with it. Only $20 a month. Incredibly efficient tools, AI technology, player stat projections, all that good stuff to put you in the best position to have success in your player props on Prize Picks, Underdog, Better, DraftKings Pick Six, Dabble, Vivid, Parlay Play, FanDuel, Sleeper, Fliff, Hot Streak, Hard Rock, all the good stuff, man. So anyway, let's get straight into it. I'm going to go sport by sport, baby. We're going to cover every sport that Props Made Easy covers for the day, for Tuesday. Overall, we're going to look at just what we got coming up. So NFL, we're going to touch on some of the Thursday night football as well as some of the Sunday, whatever's available. We're going to touch on college football for throughout the week, and then Saturday we're going to touch on NBA. We're going to touch on college basketball, hockey, MMA if there is any, esports, all that good stuff. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Propsmadeeasy.com, only $20 a month for these tools you see me use right here. All right, so first and foremost, let's check out Prize Picks NFL for the week. As you will see, Caleb Williams over 197.5 passing yards is at a 5 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook line of 202.5, player projection of 213.3, a 15.8 projection differential. So great spot on the over for Caleb Williams at 197.5 so far. Most of the sportsbooks are at 202.5 on him. So with that and the player projection over, it's a great spot on this. If we look at the history this year, he's gone over in 40%. But again, history only matters if it correlates with the data. If not, then the data is number one. Bo Nix, under 209.5 passing yards at a -5 sportsbook differential. 204.5 is the average sportsbook line for him right now. And the projection is 197.8. So all of the data likes the under on his 209.5 passing yards. We look at his history. He's gone under in 40% this season. But again, doesn't really matter. Jordan Love, under 253.5 passing yards at a -4 sportsbook differential. Most sportsbooks are at 249.5 on his line. Player projections at 233.5 and under on Jordan Love. He has hit this in 50% this season. Geno Smith, under 258.5 passing yards at a 254.5 average sportsbook line at a -4 sportsbook differential. Most sportsbooks are at 254.5 when you average them together. The Prize Picks line is at 258.5, so we're definitely going to take advantage of that under on Geno Smith. Looking at his flip, he's hit this in 40% this season. Kirk Cousins, over 240.5 passing yards at a 4 sportsbook differential. Sportsbooks are at 244.5 on him. Player projection of 258.8. Great spot on Kirk Cousins, over 240.5. If you look at the season, he's gone over in 40%. Calvin Ridley, under 60.5 receiving yards at a -4 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook line of 56.5. Player projection of 57.1. Calvin Ridley's under 60.5. He's hit this in 60% this season. A couple more. DJ Moore, over 44.5 receiving yards at a 3 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook odds are at 47.5 on him. A 53.4 projection. DJ Moore on the over. He's hit the over 30%. Josh Allen, over 242.5 passing yards at a 3 sportsbook differential. 245.5 sportsbook line on his over. Player projection of 249. Liking the over on this in this matchup against Kansas City at a 40% hit rate on the over this season. He's expected to do it again in this one. All right, last but not least, last person we're gonna talk about. There's plenty of plays though, but Noah Brown, under 42.5 receiving yards at a -2.25 sportsbook differential on the under for Thursday night football. 40.25 is his average throughout the industry. Player projection of 41.4. And as you'll see, he's hit the under in 50% this season. All right. Now, remember, this is early on. I mean, the data, some of these data for the Sunday on the 17th matchups have just dropped. So as the week goes on, more and more sportsbooks will add lines to it, and our sportsbook line will get more and more. It'll get better and better. The more sportsbooks you have to add to a sportsbook line to compare to lines, the better you will be. Okay, so as the week goes on, you'll have more and more sportsbooks adding to our sportsbook line average, and the better that'll be. So I do typically, when it comes to NFL, like to give it a little bit more time. I like to give it a couple more days into the week, probably by about Wednesday or so. We'll have almost every sportsbook that's going to have lines for Sunday up for Sunday, and then I'll start attacking the NFL week. All right, but just to give y'all a start so far for the data that we do have to get y'all started on NFL. All right, when we look at all books, We have Jalen Hurts under 226.5 over on Sleeper at a -6. Jared Goff over 222.5 passing yards at a +6. Caleb Williams over 197.5 at a 5. Bo Nix under 209.5 at a -5. So you've got some options, but it's mainly just Sleeper and Prizepicks that have dropped so far. There's not a lot dropped for NFL right now. So we'll double back to that as we get closer to NFL. We'll keep talking about it as the week goes on. For college football, we have Tucker Gleason playing tomorrow or today, Tuesday. I'm recording this Monday night. So Tuesday, Tucker Gleason over 241.5 passing yards is a 3.6 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook lines are at 245.1 on average on him. If we look at his season, he's gone over in 57%. Good spot on Tucker Gleason to go over in this one, over 241.5. Jerjuan Newton, under 74.5 receiving yards and a -2 sportsbook differentials. Other sportsbooks are at 72.5 on him. So under on this 74.5. He's gone under in 62.5% of the games this season. Junior Vandross III, over 60.5 receiving yards at a 2 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook lines are at 62.5 on average on him. We look at his season, he's gone over in 62.5. Connor Wellenzak, over 50.5 rushing yards at a 2 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks are at 52.5 on average on him. Looking at the season, you'll see he's gone over in 37.5. But again, data first. So data on the over is going to be a great option there. All right. Also, just a reminder to you guys, you can go by sort by, and you can look at their season. You can, if you click on season sort by, it'll show the players at the top with the best season hit rate. So, as you can see, Chris Parker under 37.5 receiving yards is a -1 sportsbook differential with a sportsbook line on average of 36.5 right now. If we look at his season on the under 37.5, he's gone under in 75%. Okay? And so on and so forth. So the best history will be up here. And by the way, all plays that show at Props Made Easy are going to be plus EV plus projection. On college football, we don't have any player stat projections for, but with NFL, same kind of situation. Like if you go to NFL right here and you go sort by season, the best hit rates are going to be at the very top. So Christian McCaffrey under, obviously he's gone under because, I mean, he's got the one game. You know what I mean? So very small sample, but the data likes the under as well. So we'll look more into that when we get to NBA right now. All right, let's take a look at NBA. Kyle Lowry, over 6.5 rebounds, assists is a green chance to hit. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for 53% or higher. Those green chances to hit, those are going to be our best bets. Not only do you have the -139.8 consensus odds when you take all the average of the sportsbooks for Kyle Lowry tomorrow, you have the highest odds of -145 on Hot Streak, player projection of 6.61. All of the data likes the over. Again, we have AI technology that simulates these games 10,000 times down to the play level to give you the most accurate projections. So not only do you have all that AI technology and the over on the player projection, but you have the EV as well that's heavily over at almost -140. We look at Kyle Lowry over the last 5. He's hit this in 60%. Caleb Martin, under 14.5 points plus rebounds at a 52.4 chance to hit. -135 consensus odds on the under. Highest odds of -140. Projection of 14.43. Look at his last 5. He's gone under in 40%. Over the last 10, he's gone under in 40% still. So nothing too crazy. And again, not all games players may be on the board so far. This is early on. This is late Monday night, but early on still. More lines will probably drop into Tuesday. Make sure all Props Made Easy members, propsmadeeasy.com members, make sure y'all are checking this as the night goes on and as the morning goes on, because you'll have a lot more popping in. You'll be able to grab a lot more value as the day goes on as well. So Kelly Oubre Jr. under 15.5 points plus assists at 52.16 chance to hit. -133 consensus odds on the under. Highest odds of -140 over on Fliff on the under. Projection of 15.4. All the data likes the under on him. He's also gone under in 80% of his last 5. All right. Again, and what I was wanting to show you is when you come over to NBA, you can go to sort by, and you can sort by the last 5. It'll show you the guys with the best last 5 hit rate. So obviously, Kelly Oubre Jr. and then a nice green of Kyle Lowry are 2 fantastic plays. Josh Hart has a great last 5, but we're not going to play him. Why? Because the data isn't good enough. At the end of the day, last 5, cool. Last 5, he's hit this 80%. That doesn't really matter to me though, because the data likes the over, yes, but the data is also at a 49 point. It's a red chance to hit, so we're not even going to take a chance on a place like that, and we don't need to, because we've got plays like Kyle Lowry at 53.3 chance. We've got Kelly Oubre on the points assists. We've got Drew Holiday under 2.5 made threes that at least is a yellow chance to hit. So we're not going to take many chances, but that's a way that you can attack it. All right. Any Are there any goblins on the demons on the board yet? We do have a demon. Joel Embiid's the best demon. We do have a demon tool at Props Made Easy. What it does is it takes the sample of over the last 20. It gives you a last 20 hit percent on these demon lines, and it'll show you any plays that are 50% hit rate or higher over their last 20 games on the demon line. All right, as you can see, Joel Embiid is going to be our best option. Over 44.5 PRA, a 55% hit rate over the last 20. Great spot for Joel Embiid. Not only a 55% hit rate over the last 20, but an 80% hit rate over the last 5 he's hit this demon. So Joel Embiid over PRA of 44.5 is a really good spot to go with for your demon to add into your slips. Prizepicks Goblins, Anthony Edwards, over 2.5 made threes is a 59% chance he'll be the #1 Goblin. Karl Anthony Towns, over 7.5 rebounds at a 55.6. Those will be your 2 best Goblins that you could pair up with somebody to make a double-up slip or whatever you decide to do. All right? NBA Sportsbook Differential. NBA Sportsbook Differential, what this is when all of the sportsbooks that have lines for these guys are on a different line than the Prizepicks line is. So for on average, if you look at the sportsbooks for Jalen Johnson, for example, his Prizepicks line is 39.5 PRA, whereas the rest of the industry who has lines for him right now is 40.5, a whole full point differential. So we show you the differential here. So any ones are going to be great. So you can go any of those ones are going to be solid options if you want to go with those options, or you can just go the straight NBA plays with the chances to hit. By the way, Jaylen Brown just popped in under 10.5 rebounds plus assists at a 53.6 chance to hit. Now, there is a 98% chance on Props Made Easy. What it does very well is beating bumps. There is a 98% plus chance that Jaylen Brown and Kyle Lowry will not be here anymore in the morning. So try to get these in as quickly as you can, all right? And again, I'm recording this Monday night. So get these plays in as quickly as you can. Anyway, let's move on. Anything for NBA first quarter? Yeah, you have some on Sleeper that are good values, but nothing on Prizepicks right now. College basketball, we have Darius Johnson over on Underdog, over 4.5. Actually, yeah, we're good. Darius Johnson over 4.5 assists over on Underdog at a 53.3 chance to hit, minus 140 consensus odds. So that would be the best option to go with. We do have the history results for college basketball. Over the last 5, he's gone over in 60%. For NHL, nothing for NHL on the board at the moment. Nothing for MMA. Nothing for tennis, just a couple underdogs, nothing too crazy. Anything for soccer? No. Let's get into the esports. Dota 2, CS2. All right, we have some really good value on CS2, and at nighttime is the best time to get esports plays in. Jerry, over 12, first 2 map headshots at a 2.5 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks are at 14.5 on this. If we look at his history, he's hit this over in 60% of the last 5. He's hit it 60% of the last 15. And then we look at the last 20. He's hit it 55% over the last 20. So not only do you have the data on the over, but over the history, he's done well as well. Dijon, 8, over 15, first 2 map headshots at a 2.5 sportsbook differential. Other sportsbooks are at 17.5 on average on him. We look at his history. He's hit this in 80% of his last 5, 50% of his last 10. So 80% over the last 5, good recent history as well as the data. Again, the only time we care about the data is if it matches what the data says. Only time we care about history, is when it matches what the data says. Data is number 1, history is number 2. If history agrees, that's icing on the cake and even better. All right, Dexter, over 29.5 first 2 map kills at a 2 sportsbook differential. Sportsbook lines are at 31.5 on him. So we can take advantage of the value at 29.5. Look at his history. He's hit this in 80%. So some really good spots for esports right now. As you can see, we got 3 more twos. So some really, really, really good spots for esports right now. And then last but not least, that's it. So NFL, like I said, as the week continues to go on, right now we probably have a couple sportsbooks maybe that have these lines to compare to for week 11. But as the week goes on, like I said, normally around Wednesday, you'll probably have majority of the sportsbooks with their lines out, and then the sportsbook line will have like a ton of sportsbooks on these lines instead of just a couple. So right now, we're only taking the lines of a couple sportsbooks, whereas come Wednesday, we'll be taking 15 plus. You know what I mean? Maybe even more than that. Maybe even 50, depending on how many have lines for them at the time. All right? So anyways, Pay attention to that. Keep refreshing. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $20 a month. It is the best site to utilize for player props. Not only can you take advantage, does it show you EV, but it's got those new to the game, industry leading tools that show you plus EV plus projection. Plus EV plus projection, not only showing you EV, but projection data as well from AI technology simulating games 10,000 times. It's simple. Props Made Easy is the way to go. Or eventually you'll be at Props Made Easy because you lost your ass too much. Avoid losing your ass first and go ahead and just come to Props Made Easy and get that money. Thank y'all for joining me as always. Let's get this money, baby. Taco Tuesday. I'm out. Peace.